What's up, guys? It's Curse Mark Reed back here for Picks on the Bluff's NCAA coverage of Week 5, I believe. I only really want to talk about one game for last week. That would be the Clemson game. Now, as you saw, if you watched it, I watched it, of course. Clemson pretty much gave the game away. It was very, very troubling. You can't fumble with 2 minutes to go when you're in the red zone, when you had the game in the bag, and then in overtime go for it on a 4th and 1 and just get stuffed at the line. Now, I'm not going to say any more about it because I want to suppress that memory. So let's go ahead and get to Week 5, the games. We have 2 Thursday night games, which is tonight because I'm recording this late. I didn't get a chance to yesterday, or I kind of forgot. Pick your choice of what you want to believe. But we have a ranked matchup starting with number 11 UCLA and at number 15 Arizona State. This should be a good matchup. They're both top 15 opponents. I'm going to have to stick with UCLA in this one. You might see Arizona State win it. They're West Coast teams, and I'm all the way on here on the East Coast, so I don't get to watch those games. So let's just go with UCLA on this one. Texas Tech at number 24 Oklahoma State is the other Thursday night game tonight. I'll have to stick with the ranked team, Oklahoma State. So that's pretty much all I got for a buttle on who I chose. Oklahoma State wins. Now to the Thursday games. The still number 1 ranked team in the nation, Florida State, is going to North Carolina State, and they will probably destroy them. North Carolina State had troubles with Georgia Southern at the beginning of the year, and I think they haven't. They probably won some more games, but they were playing nobody. Then Florida State's not a nobody. But also another thing I want to talk about is ESPN. The coverage of that game sucked. I mean, you want to blow James Winston up, and I did a video about that, and nobody watched it, but I don't care. But they showed him 48 times during that game. They didn't want to miss a reaction to anything. And it was very, very irritating to see. So hopefully it's ESPN. They're supposedly the number 1 source of, sports news, but you can find better news on the internet from nobodies. Like Main Event TV. Click here to see his sports and gaming news. Next up, we have Louisiana Tech at number 5 Auburn. This should be a landslide victory for Auburn. So SEC is going to stay dominant. Excuse me. Arkansas at number 6 Texas A&M. Another SEC matchup. Well, the first one wasn't, but this is a actual SEC matchup. I'm going to have to stick with the Texas A&M Aggies. Watch this one. I mean, SEC games are always close games. I mean, Arkansas, beginning of the year with Auburn, they played them well until the second half. But sticking with A&M, number 7 Baylor Iowa St. Gonna have to go with Baylor here. This Baylor team, I haven't really seen any of these. Let's just face it, I don't see much but ACC and SEC matchups, and then the other ones I just see highlights, so I can't really tell you much. Number 8 Notre Dame at Syracuse. Now Syracuse is an ACC team, so I did get to see them play against Maryland, who is now a Big East team, and they got smothered all over the ground. So I can't pick Syracuse. I got to go with number 8 Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is undefeated right now, so they should stay undefeated. Wyoming at number 9 Michigan State. Michigan State is coming back from that loss to Oregon. Yeah, Oregon. Michigan State gets another pretty easy win here against Wyoming. Memphis at number 10 Ole Miss. Yes, that is right. Ole Miss, the SEC team that's been bad most of the years I can remember, is now a top 10 team. I think Ole Miss will stay in the top 10, and I think they're undefeated, and I don't think they'll lose to Memphis, although, you know, any team could beat any other team any given day, but we'll go on with that. SEC matchup here, SEC East, I think Tennessee at number 12, Georgia. Both dogs, hush, hush. Georgia gets the win here. Excuse the dogs, where I'm filming in a different location right now. Another SEC matchup this week. Missouri at number 13, South Carolina. Now this is where College Game Day will be. I hate College Game Day right now, picking Florida State, and I think that jinxed Clemson last week. But hopefully they'll pick South Carolina and somehow jinx South Carolina so they don't win. But I gotta pick South Carolina because I'm thinking they're the better team. Number 16, Stanford at Washington. And another two West Coast teams. I'm going to go with Stanford because they usually have the better team in this matchup. New Mexico State at number 17, LSU. LSU coming off the upset. Well, they didn't win, but they got upset by Mississippi State, which put Mississippi State in the top. I think they're 14, and they got a bye week this week. But let's talk something about that game. One of the players, they say, purposely stomped. To me, when I watched the replay, it looked like he didn't really realize the guy was there. But I'm not saying much about it until they, conclusively, whatever, they're investigating, and I've heard something about maybe jail time for that player, but not, oh well. LSU gets the win over New Mexico State easy. Oregon State at number 18, USC, who's coming off an upset of Boston College, an ACC team. I think they get upset again this week. Oregon State is, what were they? I gotta pull up my computer, don't I? Head back real quick. Oregon State is 3-0 right now, so, and USC 2-1. I think Oregon State pulls the upset again on USC. So this would be a good game to watch. I don't know what time the game is. I would like to watch it, but let's go move ahead. USC does not win. Oregon State does. South Florida at number 19, Wisconsin, who came off a big running week against whoever. Bowling Green. I think Wisconsin maybe gets another record-setting week against a weak South Florida team. Illinois at number 21, Nebraska. Not really much to say here. Nebraska, I like them. Cincinnati at number 22, Ohio State. Really, with this weak schedule, other than Virginia Tech, who upset them, Ohio State will get another freebie win. It's a good thing they lost Virginia Tech, though. And finally, last of the ranked matchups, UTEP at number 25, Kansas State. Even coming up the loss to Auburn last Thursday, I like Kansas State in this one. And finally, to our quick picks, the game ACC, SEC unranked matchups that we just kind of rapid fire. Starting off with Colorado State and Boston College. I like Boston College in this one. West Michigan at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech gets a really, really easy victory. Akron at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh really, really gave up the victory to Iowa last week, but I think they'll bounce back, get a victory against Akron. ACC matchup, Wake Forest at Louisville. Louisville is coming into ACC a big powerhouse, so I think they'll get the win against Wake Forest. Kent State at Virginia. Virginia beat Louisville last week. They're showing they have a really, really strong team. They can't pull it out in the end, but Virginia gets the win over Kent State. ACC matchup, North Carolina at Clemson, who should have won last week, but they're a fourth quarter give-up team. Clemson should win at home against North Carolina, though. Let's talk about North Carolina real quick. A 71-40 something loss to East Carolina, and East Carolina scored 70 points for the first time in school history. That was a really good game to watch. Duke at Miami, another ACC matchup. This is just the conference matchup week. I'm liking Duke over Miami. Duke is both these teams are strong, but I'm liking Duke. And finally, the only unranked SEC matchup of this week, Vanderbilt at Kentucky. I've said that for only like the past 3 weeks now. Only one unranked SEC game. So I like in Kentucky though. Vanderbilt hasn't won yet. I'm pretty sure Vanderbilt hasn't won yet, but Kentucky gets the win here. So that's it for week 5 of NCAA. I will see you in NFL week 4. So until the NFL video, I will see you.